Welcome back in. Happy Wednesday. Don't be worried. Don't be worried about the clock missing. I know what's going on with that. How is everybody doing today? We'll get the clock up and running here in a little bit. That's all right. We're going to be working with the hay dryer, not the hay dryer, the grain dryer today. We got corn, we got soybeans. We got a lot of corn and a lot of soybeans to get dry today. See how much we can get harvested. Get our music up and running. I had to restart. That's why our clock isn't working. But it'll work next time. Dozer! Sipper, what is up? What is up? I think we'll definitely do Hofbergman tomorrow if we don't have a map drop. Definitely do Hofbergman tomorrow if we don't have a map drop. Oh, this is already harvested. Oh, withered. Oh, well, forget that then. I was going to do some, more, cotton, but I think all the cotton fields I bought are withered. It's okay. It's okay, we don't need to. We got enough other stuff going on this fine evening and to keep up with some cotton harvesters. Rob, what is up? What is up? We got two big old bench ideal harvesters running here. After the pre-show's over, we gotta fill up our grain dryer with propane. Then we need to start drying some grain. Oh, Rob, I feel like there's a way to fix that. I think maybe look in the update folder and delete things out of the updates folder and then try again. Lollipop. How's it going? I think I've asked this question before, but we'll ask it again. Tootsie Pop or the what's the pop? What's the chewing gum pop? Blow Pop. Tootsie Pop or Blow Pop? Quarry Mines, what to do? Lucas, I have no idea what your question is. The two Kiwi just started that field. It'd go faster with assistance. I can tell you that much. What's up, David? What is up? And what I do know now is we can make it up and back on 2 passes. Oh, he's a slave driver. Man is a slave driver. There's been a whole lot of stuff make its way on the mod hub as of late. I guess they are. I guess QA is working on the new pack. Sorry. I guess QA is working on the new pack. Hay and forage. Since it's out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks time. Whoa, sirs. Back up the truck, Charlie. Will we get fact sheets this week? I expect we will. We're gonna have fact sheets this week. We'll have fact sheets next week. And then the next Tuesday it's out. Chicka-bow wow, that quick. Who's been enjoying themselves some Mobile 23? Haven't made your first million yet. I heard it's a long grind. Oh, there's Will. Will made it in chat. I was like, Rabbit Rob, what are you talking about? My map? I didn't make no map. Zoe Gun, how's it go? How's it doing, Charlie boy? You voted for it, so here it is. We put the poll up. Overwhelmingly positive. We're farming on the Emerald Coast. I always get a kick. I get a bit of a kick out of the polls because the results usually don't change very much from let's say about 30 minutes in till however you want to run the poll. It's always about the same. I don't have stalk stompers, no. I'm just working with some, oh my. I'm just working with some standard harvester headers. Dwayne is here. Waylon, how you doing? Well, it's a bit of a repackage, yes. There are a couple new brands in the mix. There's some new windrowers and some other things in the mix. But yes, I can see where you would get the sensation and the feeling that it is a bit of a rehash of the Alpine farming expansion. I do not. Geo, because I am not really that up on mods. I don't have to have every mod that comes out, so I don't keep track of every mod that comes out. I would expect if you look over the Giants mod hub, if it's worth having, it's probably over there. everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to the live stream. I gotta go check on something. Here, IRL. Mystery sound. Sounds like water's running from somewhere. I'll be right back. But I'm gonna jump in this harvester and, well, leave you with that for a little bit. Okay, we are back. We are back. And while we're up here, we need to get some propane. The propane. In the dryer. What's up? Dwayne, are you there?
Yep. Sure am. Or is it not working?
No, it's working. Just getting some propane. Plan today is to dry some corn and some soybeans. Oh boy, that is some cheap propane there. They can definitely make it up and back without getting full. I think they go like 2.5 trips.
But I can't fire them, so they get full on the opposite side.
Oh, okay. Alright, let me go do that.
But
can you fire them if I hire them now? There we go. All right. Before we get too far into this,
nope.
This video is brought to you by Nuka-Cola and Mark Bauer. Thank you for being farm barons. All right, it's... Oops. All right, now you should be able to. Trio Gaming, what's up? Rob Woods, thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh. I think just propane's heavy. Jiminy Christmas. You can find a link down to this propane tank down in the description below. It's going to be perfect for transporting your propane to the dryer. Oh, I know. It's like the only hill in Florida. There we go. I was a little worried. I left the server running all day. And I was like, oh no. How much time has passed? I was ready all the fields to be withered.
Well, we still can't fire them.
Really?
Like, well, if you just keep one combine going and just dismiss the other one, then I'll put the iron worker on that one. Okay.
Alright, let me get to the dryer. Oh, Schultz's idea of a hill is an ant hill. Is that what you're saying? Mojo, what is up? What is up? That's right. Schultz has graciously volunteered all of his precious time to make some garments for me. I was looking at the sample mod and I thought to myself, oh, that's not going to happen. Okay. While that is unloading, alright, we'll park this over here. Richard, which map? This one. I know it's a couple places on this one. Let's get rid of our property sign. We own it now. We don't need a real estate sign up. Yep. Yeah, it's actually, you might find it a couple other places. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll run all the way down. Well, it probably would have been closer to go the other way, but it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, there's lots of little Easter eggs. Who's found the giant golden nugget? If you found the giant golden nugget, don't tell anybody where it is. I just want to know how you found it. I know where it is. I don't need to know where it is. Oh, which map is that? Grenader Racer. Is that right? Grenader Racer. Oh, Grenade Racer. This one, I thought it would be this one. I thought it would be. Definitely am not going this way next time. Have you checked out my map tour? I did a map tour when the map came out just the other day ago. Lots of details about the map are disclosed in there. I mean, I'd hate to play the map and not get the most out of it. It's a 4X map, but of course it feels so much larger because of how the roads are set up. Well, there's our cotton Schwabs. Richard, they're not out of ideas. First off, don't forget that this DLC has been in the makings for likely at least 2 years, which means it's been in the making since before Farm Sim 22 released. Okay? It's likely why we did not see the rigid tracks.
Hey, what's the button to hire a worker again?
Help H.
Well, every time I hit H, it goes onto the map.
Ah.
My map.
Yeah, I had that happen once. Yeah, I've had that happen on Hop. That's not leftover Alpine stuff. It is mostly different Alpine stuff.
Did I forget all my controls?
I mean, H should do it. I'm not saying that it is not very, very, very similar to the Alpine stuff, but it is not an exact one-for-one of the Alpine stuff.
Key bindings, so you can see what's...
And I fully understand. I did not think it would go over well when I saw the hint. It's exactly what I thought it would be, and I didn't think it was going to be that popular when I saw the hint. But it is what it is. There's going to be no change in it. It's coming out in 2 weeks. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you have this year 2 season pass, then you probably will feel as if your money was wasted a little bit. But that is always the chance we take when we pre-order anything that we do not know exactly what it's going to be. We have no idea what the Pack 3 is. We don't know what Pack 4 is. We don't know what's included in Pack 5 yet. So we only know 2/5 of the whole pack at this point. That is a very good point, Grenade Racer, and something that most PC players don't consider because we do not have such limits like console players where they can only have branded mods of licensed brands, right? So brands that aren't explicitly licensed can't come to console. But once there is a license for that brand, then mods for that brand can come to console. So more brands is always a better thing for some portion of the player base. There we go. All right, let's get this thing fired up. Where is it? Oh, it's already running. Thought I filled this with propane. Figure out why this thing didn't fill up all the way. Now, if you are using this propane tanker, do note the fill triggers are only on one side of the tank. The side with the ports, pipes on the side. So if you pull up in here the opposite direction, you won't be able to fill up. But she turned already. Right. Pack 3 is a complete mystery. We know it. We know there's a box and a question mark, right? Pack 4, I think, and I've always said, Pack 4 has something to do with manure because we have a smoking heap. Right? We have a stinking heap. So the same wavy lines like for digestate or for slurry, I mean, is for a heap of something. I'm pretty sure that means manure. And we have a shovel. Or what looks like a shovel. A spade, if you will. So it has something to do, in my opinion, with manure. Is that going to appeal to everyone? No. It's not going to appeal to anyone that doesn't do animals. And I would say a lot of the people that do animals probably don't spread manure. And I really don't know what else they're going to be doing with manure. But that's my guess for Pack 4. Pack 5, we've got an Eastern European map. We pretty much know that. We're getting new crops.
Doesn't look like I can hire any workers.
Estimated that we're getting tubers.
Looking on the control panel, yeah, H is to hire workers, but as soon as if I change that to a different key, it does the same thing.
I don't know. Made you farm a minger. So you got all the perms.
Yeah. It goes to the not the main map field, but the one below it, the one for the AI, whatever.
I think Pack 4 will be stinky for a significant portion of the player base. Yes. So if you didn't like the Gouvial pack, right? If you didn't like hay and forage pack, well, you have no idea what is Pack 3. If you don't play with manure a lot, then you probably aren't going to like Pack 4. Just based on my wild guess. And Pack 5 is going to be Eastern European. Some sort of root crop. I'm thinking a tuber or multiple tubers of some sort. Parsnips, turnips, more root crops. If you don't like root crops, if you don't like to do sugar beets now, you probably aren't going to like the Eastern European map. That's my guess. Yeah, I don't know if that got fixed in 1.91. I think it was reported. But yeah, a lot of the disgruntledness is individuals feeling that we've had of the 5 DLCs we've had so far for Farm Sim 19. Well, I guess 6. We'll call Pumps and Hoses in there too. Of the paid DLCs, 6 paid DLCs, we'll say 3 of them have been baling hay related. Baling or kind of grass work related. You have the Vermeer pack. You have then the Gouville pack. You then have hay and forage pack. And you could kind of argue that Pumps and Hoses with the BGA is a little bit of a forage, silage type pack. Get Dwayne empty, and then we will unload this. Probably take it back out to the dryer. So I do know that there was complaints about Gouville not working for contracts, but that might have been addressed in a 1.91. I don't know 100% sure of that. You'd have to check the change log. The Vicon fast bale is excellent for just about anything grass work. Do you want to go into silage? Well, I took the auger wagon. It started in the starting equipment. I changed its color. I was like, I'll just reuse this harvester auger wagon. I don't want it to be green. Oh. Okay, but it's based off of the fast bale. No, it wouldn't work well. Or green trailer with a red tractor didn't work well. Captain Kiwi, welcome back. How's it going? Welcome. Yep. BFG, I don't know when Court Farms will be out, period, let alone on console. Oh, Mojo, I doubt he's really started it. Maybe he started it. Nebraska lands. Go check out the map video from FS19. It was a 4X iteration of Nebraska lands. The 16X version, things will be scaled up a bit more realistic to real life, as opposed to being squashed down. Soon to be squashed down into a 4X map. What's up, Cannabis Grow? How's it going? Yeah, it'll be a while. I mean, imagine a map 4 times larger than this, as detailed as this. That's going to take a while. Barnacle, what's up? How's it going? Oh yeah, this thing's gonna take a lot of corn. Let's go back. Nowhere, Kansas. Oh my. Oh my. 16X again? Will it still have a giant dumping ground? Well, Captain Kiwi, we had like 4 or 5 cotton harvesters going yesterday. Oh, this time it won't be a...
You're going to have to tab over to your combine there and restart.
Won't be a little joke, huh?
Don't ask me how I stopped them.
You pick him up.
All I did is tab to it to see how full it was. And he stopped.
Oh, he got angry with you.
There.
Oh, man. I mean, the hole in the ground had everything. That's Dwayne. No other. The one, the only. Oh my. Mojo, this is going to be a big number. It's going to be a big number. Well, it's been mapping since like 2013. Whoa. Yeah, let's get something a little bigger. Let's get something a little bit bigger. There. That should have enough junk in the trunk to keep up with it. Oh, no, Captain Kiwi, you think you're up to it? There, that's a bit more appropriately sized. These auger wagons are ginormous in real life. Grenade Racer, I would normally pick a random tracker that's not green. All right. There we go. There we go. I saw a couple very big auger wagons at the farm show. These things are huge. Stemco 2200 is a mammoth. Oh, there are apartments. Yeah, there are apartments. Smaller than the auger. The inside of the auger wagons. Oh, we gotta go. Another load. Yeah, I mean, if you've ever seen a Steiger up close, you know how big they are. And the auger wagon is bigger than that. It takes a lot of work to put out a detailed map, that's for sure. And you can really tell when someone has put a lot of time into a map. Right. This map, Carpathian Countryside, Hofbergman, all maps that we have played recently on the channel. They are all excellent, very detailed maps. They are great in their own regard. Each one is unique. Each one has its own distinct feel and look. Will's taking a massive vacation. Right, there's just maps you get onto and you're like, oh wow. Right, this one is a step above the rest. And then you know, you'll get into another map and you'll be like, oh. Yeah, it's okay and all, right? Artemis, the chill's going well. The chill's going well. It's a little busy. The corn harvesters are keeping me going. Why is this? Why are you stopping? I don't understand. Why you're just stopping? It's not like I'm hitting anything. The input hopper. What input hopper? That? I mean, 89,000. That's what you're talking about. Alright, well, at any rate, what we're going to do then is improvision, improvise. Just do a little improvision here. There we go. There, we'll open our lid. Oh, here comes the train. Hold the horses. Oh, that's a short one. Okay. All right, that was a short train. So the input hopper has a limit of 89,000. Well, where do you see that? How do you know that the input hopper is full? Right? I don't know. Alright, let's go get another load. That's why there's bins down here. No doubt. Yeah, wait till you see the long train. Around a little shack in the back. Well, it's just pulling that up. That's no different than that. Oh. Oh, watch out for the fence. Just jumps out at you. Use what, Donald? Are you talking about the train? There's no train sell point. Because realistically, farmers can't drive trains. Well, I think what you'd have to do is you'd have to make like multi-production or something. You'd have to make corn in, corn out with a max capacity of 89,000. And then you'd have to have then the dryer something else. I don't know. I'm just concerned that that's going to be a point of confusion. I mean, clearly, right, there was some confusion here. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think the only way you're going to keep a train car from getting tagged is for it to be moving all the time.
I
That's
just
fine.
emptied the combine.
After this, we can grab beans.
Beans.
There we go. Yeah, support truck.
The rest with liquid.
No, no. Yeah, the auger wagon holds like 2 truckloads. I mean, the trailer holds 40,700, and I'm sure that auger wagon holds like 70.
Probably.
This is the Mac and Wilson trailer that's free for use up by the Northern Grain supplement.
There you go.
Did we ever come to a resolution? Blow Pops or Tootsie Pops? I'm a Tootsie Pop.
So we're gonna pop some headers
Kinda
over
guy.
here by this field dinner.
Yeah, they're up at the shop. Just teleport up there if you want to grab them. Everything you are seeing is base game. Other than the propane tank, I am not using a single mod.
If I work my way up, then that should be it.
If they don't like them, then it's because they live somewhere that they haven't heard them before. Because
Start on beans.
it sounds pretty much normal. Later, Captain Kiwi. Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh yeah, sticker on the dryer would probably work well. Max input 89,000, 4 liters. Max wet input capacity or something. I just don't know what, well, like if corn max input was 8904, why is this so much bigger? Because it can't store any more than that. Right? It can store a lot of dry maize, but it can't store like 500,000 liters of real corn. Because we're not going from the wet to the bin, and then the bin to be dried corn. We're going from the wet, drying it, and then we're storing in the dry corn, right? Yeah, and that's what I put in my video. It's like, look, if you don't want the cicadas, that's fine. Just take them out. Or if you don't want the critters, just take it out. You don't have to worry about it. It shouldn't be combining them because that's not going up. Right? That's not going up. But we're obviously adding grain to the bins. Farm Cat Jenkins. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. Can you do that? Will silo extensions function on a production? I'm sure someone is trying. That's right, Schultz. There's only one way to find out. I would say give it a try and let me know. Well then, I guess the world may never know. Right here at Tuki, I was trying to figure out what a 780 was. I'm like, there's no 780 graphics card out. Don't know what the heck you're talking about. I don't know, but we're gonna have a ton of money once we get all that corn harvested or dried. That's all I'm saying. Oh! Wow, looky there. I couldn't have done much better than that. Couldn't have landed much better. There we go. There we are. I think we'll be doing some Bergman tomorrow. If all goes well, we'll be harvesting barley and firing up the brewery. We'll see when we get the last load of corn. Probably 160,000 at least. Maybe they're gonna get 200,000. That's however the map shows up with this field, right? We didn't fertilize it or anything. Oh, but I don't have that. I don't have Flight Sim. We're good doing it the old-fashioned way. No, I don't have any time for Flight Sim. What are you gonna do with all that hay you're making, Schultz? Are you, did you build out a bunch of feedlots? Yeah, I'm hacking the BGA. Well, not with hay. You got cows already. Where do these cows come from? Oh, well, Dwayne found a John Deere harvester. Hidden away in a shed. You can barely see him off in the distance. Oh. What are you bailing it with? So you're baling straw and you're getting corn straw or bean straw instead? I don't know. Do you have any other mod enabled that plays with straw? Maize Plus, maybe? I mean, I would lay good money on just a flat-out good old mod conflict. Something you recently added since the last time you you baled those things successfully. But as to which and what may be conflicting it, I don't know. I play with very few mods enabled on any game save. I don't think I've run into a really interesting mod conflict since oddly enough UMRV of FS 17. Where I had Seasons mod and a mod that let you create liquid fertilizer. And after a game update, we couldn't have the Seasons mod and liquid fertilizer enabled on UMRV. We could use both of those mods on a different map, but not on UMRV. So it was either Seasons or liquid fertilizer, or UMRV if they both had to exist. And, well, let's just say liquid fertilizer went away. M9, what's up? Okay, so let's see here. We have 108,000 liters in that bin. Plus we have 89,000 liters there. So that's 197,000 liters. Plus 600, so right around 198,000. Right around 200-ish. Loosely. Being generous and rounding up. Alright, I got all the corn in. Coming back to get the beans. Nearly 200,000 liters of corn drying.
Nice. A lot of popcorn.
Oral Bredenbachers. You know, you don't realize how good, like, properly popped popcorn is until you've eaten microwave popcorn for a while. And then you pop some on the stove and you're like, wow, that's a lot better. Good morning, David. Good morning. We've got a pot popper that has a lid on top, and then has a crank, right? And then two little metal rods that stir in the bottom that I put on the stove.
Yep.
So I make that, and then the kids eat that, and they're like, wow, that's a lot better than a microwave, Dad. Yes, it is. Microwave popcorn is convenience. Stove popcorn is good.
Okay, so I can't figure it out. It must be those fence. Maybe my profile doesn't like it because I'm using this deer and I can hire a worker.
I don't know. Like I said, I ran across that, I think, on Hop. Or maybe I ran across it on Carpathian. I don't know. I ran across it recently.
Because I just unloaded this combine and that Fendt over there. And I figure for shits and giggles, I'll try and just see, because this one doesn't have GPS or anything on it, because it must be, well, it's our combine, but...
Yeah, Will doesn't give us that stuff for free.
But I can hire a worker on it, but I can't on those fence.
I have not seen slow-mo of the of popcorn popping. Oh, Genetic J, yeah, EC's a little heavy, right?
So now I'm tempted to jump in that other combine there and skid it into the shop there and get the other header. See how this easy dev thing works.
Oh, teleport? I love it. No, it's not bad at all unless you have a normal, unless you're working a normal dedicated server from a host provider.
Oh, I can't have the warming isn't like this.
Other than top quality hosts like G Portal, right? G Portal gives you 25 gigs of mod space. I think we had something like 8 gigs of mods or something in like 3 weeks on Carpathian before folks moved on to something else. It was like, what? Where are all these mods coming from? Schultz has got 13. He's using half of the 25 gig mod space. Schultz like breaks your internet when he makes you play on his server.
Yeah, only 300 and some mods on that one.
A normal person has to download mods all day long, just to get on and write crop circles on his fields. I will. Well, it's loaded it up with mods too.
Yeah, he's way too in love with that green stuff.
And they're always way heavy on disk space.
Well, yeah, I don't think he's got too many on our server yet, but wait, we're still starting.
I mean, it's only been 1 day, right?
Yeah, I popped in there just to test it yesterday to that I could actually get in on that route. And that was bedtime because it only took 2.5 hours for me to download it to begin with.
Now the question is, Will, is it 89,000 total, or is it 89,000 liter input for corn, and then 89,000 liter input for soybean? Like, will I be able to dump these beans in the dryer and have it running too? Oh, I'm only partial because everyone made a giant ordeal about John Deere coming and FS19, and I said, all right, fine, I just won't use it. I'm like the anti-popular. If it's popular, then my brain is going to want to not do it. Take a load off your load
I'm
off.
empty now.
That's fine. When I get back to the other side, I'll have the full trailer in here. Oh, David, don't worry. Don't worry. You can't do that because there's too many people infatuated with the other color green. It's like they've been appletized. They've been brainwashed. Well, I mean, it's not that big of a surprise, Genetic. When you think of the mod archive Will has going back to, well, who knows when. 11? All right, let's go. He's got mods going all the way back to FS11. Right? He's the, you know, we've all heard of the Internet Archive. The website that its goal was to archive the internet. So there's, you know, archived copies of websites going back to like the inception of the website. Will's the Farm Sim mod archivist. Well, you know what, Genetic? I've got maybe I can help him out. I happen to have four 4 terabyte drives that are now currently
Heard a pretty good joke
sitting in a box, waiting to not be used again. What kind of dad joke did you hear?
Well, can you imagine what the world would be like if Adam and Eve had been from the south? They would have thrown away the apple and ate the snake.
Why would they not have just taken the apple, put it in the snake's mouth, and eaten both? That's what I'm thinking. And then maybe dug up a snapping turtle and had that for some stew. All right, let's see what happens. that was just, yeah. I'll put a kink in your plan, Satan. Come here. I don't need that apple. That answers my question right there. So it's 89,000 each.
So what's the cycle time on that anyway, on that dryer?
Slow. Let's see. 360 cycles a month, and each cycle makes 100.
Oi. For 200,000 beans, that's gonna...
Yeah, that's gonna take a while. Emerald Coast is not a map for people who want to do things quickly. I'm sure Will researched how many bushels a dryer can process over a 24-hour period, and likely design the production cycle around that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Oh, there's plenty of mods and there's plenty of maps out there with ultra fast production. No, 36,000 a month, so but of course, if you're on PC, you can obviously adjust it to your own liking. We put down a lot of spinneries. Spinnery? Well, the default spinnery is 1920 cycles times 3. That's what you get per month. And I think to fill the spinnery with cotton, it's probably 120,000 liters. 4.76 months on the spinnery. So every 3 months you need to restock the dryers. Which really doesn't take that long if you have all the products staged at the bins. Beside the dryers, then if you had a mod like a production revamp, you could set your storage to distribute to the production, right? Is that production revamp that does that? I don't remember. We could, of course, put all the grain in this this bin also. It's a farm I bought yesterday. Well, our grenade racer, we don't play with those mods here. We're not into super fast, super high. Ready to put our beans in this bin. That. Let's open the door. Should have probably opened the door before we bothered to. Oh, we did run out. Filled it up, didn't we? No? That is exactly right. All right, play your way. The only wrong way to play is play the way you don't like to play. Right? So, Will, did I ever tell you the story about why I think folks from the Midwest get upset when you say the area they come from is flat, even though it technically is flat compared to, you know, places that aren't flat? I don't know exactly where I heard this from, but what I recall is someone telling me that folks from the Midwest they sometimes are a little defensive when people say the, the area they live in is flat, because to them that means that the area they live in, flat equals boring or blah, not exciting. And what we're really saying is the land is flat, as in not hilly. The terrain doesn't go up and down a lot, right? But they interpret that as it's boring, it's uninteresting, and maybe that's their own opinion of what flat means. But it's not what we're saying, right? We're saying it's flat. The elevation doesn't change a lot. But yeah, it's like, oh, well, I guess if you look at it from that perspective, I could see why someone would get ultra defensive. Kansas isn't flat. Well, I mean, I look at a topographical map, and when the lines are so spread apart that you can almost put an entire town between them, it means it's flat. Compared to other maps, other topographical maps of other areas of the country, where you're lucky if you have more than 10 feet between elevation lines of the same elevation change. He's just going to call it for what it is. He's just going to call it for what it is. $500 feet. Yeah. Yeah, I got there's some houses. There's some houses in a neighborhood just across the way. They the one side of the house has a garage, a carport at ground level, and you walk into the kitchen, ground level, right? It's a ranch. It's not a long ranch, but it's a ranch, right? So you have the one level. See, on the one end of the house, you've got the drive port, the parking lot, whatever, the carport, and it enters into the kitchen. On the other end of the house, you have a walkout basement. Because of the elevation change of the yard, by the time you get the width of the house, right, you can now just walk out the basement. First floor elevation is like 2 stories up. Well, sadly, I think a lot of people do not read the README. A lot of people do not read the description that is the README that is on the download website. I couldn't put the whole description in the map description in the video description because it was so long. So I just did a little excerpt, and highly advise people to read the description because it does explain everything. Yeah, it's like that road. There are multiple houses on that road that are like that. And we looked at some houses off of that road. We looked at a couple houses on top of the hill that those houses are on. And they were nice houses, but no, we didn't buy it because it's like, no, the wintertime? No. Not going to deal with it. Not going to deal with not being able to get up the hill to the house because you're out of the house and now the road's slick. And not going to deal with being at the house and needing to leave the house and go down this giant sled slide, right? Alright, this will do this field.
I'll finish up the beans here.
Oh, I was gonna pass. I was gonna do a little pass each other thing. Because I can't get the whole row.
Alright, take a little piece of this. The other combine's full of corn.
Yeah, I figured. Well, yeah. Yeah, he probably got a lot of ice. He didn't get a lot of snow. Not a lot of heavy snow accumulation. He probably got a lot of ice. I did notice that. Did everybody else notice that? Right?
Can't quite grab it all out.
Soybeans are in rows. Yeah, I mean, snow that we get is here today, gone tomorrow. Almost literally. Very rarely do we have snow that lasts more than a few days.
And I'm full.
And way too often it's rain that's right above freezing. Or rain that's right below freezing. I guess the trailer's full again.
Yep.
And we make another trip. Now they northwestern PA should get some decent snow off of the lakes. I think it's high enough up there to get some lake snow, right? Oh, but what about all those times you went to a hotel because it was gonna snow, or it was gonna ice? Well, I mean, if Florida gets a heavy snow, they are really, really up the creek. For multiple reasons. Not just clearing the roads, but the poor houses aren't insulated to be able to deal with temperatures that cold. They'll just freeze. Well, like I said, their heating systems, they're not set up for that, right? Cotton is fun, right? Cotton's not bad. Takes a little while to harvest. But other than that, oh, that's serious. All right, we're just gonna forget it. Forget it. We're done. We're done playing with you. Done having fun with you, Yager. Becoming an angry old... Oh. When your steering wheel's turned and you're driving with the keyboard, it doesn't work as good as you think. Let's top this off. Okay. It's on your bucket list. Oh, where are you at, Dozer? Probably not. You're probably not the only one that prefers cotton modules versus the round bales. I mean, for one thing, you have less because they're double the capacity. So there's less to transport. is this? Testing bay. Oh, well, yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know, just... I mean, I assume. Is there any snow in Australia? I don't really know. I would think that probably there would be somewhere. Enough elevation. Maybe. It's fun for a little bit, but then it gets old pretty quick. So you'd have to take a trip to Europe to get an experience. And travel. Travel to Australia is crazy. I assume it's expensive to travel outside of Australia as well. Plane's driving in circles. I will hire him. Let's go empty this. Oh, hotels are super expensive down there. Probably, depending on the thing, it would be more expensive to ship than to make. Right? That would be a big boon for a local production economy. Oh, you're gonna go see Santa Claus next year?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, hook up the dog sled and mush away.
Mush away. Yeah. As long as the dogs are named Snowcat.
They have a big belt under you?
Yeah. And a heater.
They have heaters? Heated seats?
Probably.
Well, I don't know.
Probably massaging too. Pretty fancy, them things.
I mean, do they have snowmobile parking at the grocery stores?
I haven't really seen. But it's not saying you couldn't.
No. Like, you know, they've got special parking for electric cars now. Right? They have parking for expectant mothers, parking for, you know, vets. We can have parking for snowmobiles.
Yeah, we have parking for sled dogs, horses.
Yeah, according to Jasu, there's hitching posts at Walmart.
Well, they may look like hitching posts, but I think that's where the buggies go, isn't it?
Oh, we'll ask about special parking for map makers. I think they're
sure.
I think it's blue and it's marked with a chair that has a wheel.
Oh. Well, you watched Welker's latest video?
No.
Sponsored by FS23.
Oh, really?
Oh. Giant sponsored their video.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a good business decision. That's part of my whole logic of why I wanted to see them go to the farm show. Because, you know, it's a captive audience that is
Oh, absolutely.
you know,
Especially the young farmers.
right. Yeah, it's farmers, not gamers. But farmers have children, and children will game on just about anything. And what I found really interesting at the show was like local 4-H clubs, local FFA clubs at schools. Like, there'd be field trips. Like, the school would bring buses, and it'd be an official field trip during the day.
Oh, heck yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we have a booth there, and if the people there aren't aware of you, they can become aware of you, and then maybe the kids will be interested in you, right? And at the same time, then you also send some of your business people there and make some backroom deals.
Yeah. You'd be a good exposure.
So
And then we got to go to the one in California too, because that's where you get all your carrot harvesters, and tree nut harvesters. And
yeah, I mean, they come to the Houston rodeo. Why not go to a farm show in Kentucky? Go to a farm show in California. Farm show in in Canada, right? For some of those brands.
oh yeah, ours is. Well, no, July is where our big one is here. Largest outdoor farm.
So why not sponsor a video for a farm tuber for their latest mobile game?
It's the only one I've seen so far that's been sponsored by Giants. Maybe they'll do some other ones. I don't know. But
Golden what's up? Oh, she's getting dark. It's getting dark on us. Oh, still the calendar. Are we gonna lose our corn? No. Alright, you wanna go to... I can jump it to November morning.
oh, it don't matter to me. There's lights on these combines. Matters me not. It's up to you. Either way.
Ah, y'all can get to see some nice lighting. Here on the map we have custom lighting. Walker Farms. You said Walker Farms, not Millennial Farmer, right?
Yeah, Welkers.
Walkers was sponsored by the Mobile 23. Yeah, you know, microtransactions are evil, right? No doubt. But clearly they are profitable. And you can't fault a company for working to make a profit. Because if a company doesn't make a profit, a company doesn't exist. So if you like something the company makes, then you'd want them to make a profit so they would continue to make it. Right? Now, as a consumer, we don't want them to profit too much in video, because then it's not very nice. Right? They do need to make a profit. $7.99 for the base game. I have absolutely no idea how many upsells there are, right? But if we look at the Switch version, which gets everything unlocked at the start, that's $44. But we also have the Switch, the Nintendo tax, right? So I don't know how much the Nintendo tax is, but let's say a mobile game that costs $40. That's outrageous, right? I don't think there's ever been a mobile game that's been that expensive. But it wouldn't surprise me if the mobile game was $25 with the unlocks. $30 with the unlocks, might be pushing it a little bit. But then again, I know some people that have spent a whole lot of money on mobile games, right? Buying gym packs, buying you know, whatever packs. So it's a fine balance between monetization, profitability, and then just flat out milking the consumer for all it's worth. Right, I think maybe GoldenEye was saying that like a big case harvester was $199 to unlock. I don't know. That feels maybe a little much, right? What other stuff is behind a single transaction unlock one thing? But if it's like, as he just put in chat, if it's like unlocking 4 or 5 items for $4.99, you know, if it's unlocking the fast bale, And maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe they're monetizing the bigger stuff, the faster stuff. I'm fine with a game that will let you grind it out for free, but if you want to do it quicker, then you're gonna have to pay up. Yeah, I don't know about that. But those fields really aren't that big, so is it really
the ambitious one that finished all the cotton?
Is it really a deterrent? I had a whole field go withered. I forgot I set the server to not pause on empty.
Oh.
So today, when I was trying to decide what I was going to do, I thought, well, let me put poll up and we'll see. I had a pretty good idea of this one, man. Then I thought to myself, oh shoot, the server's still running. What's the clock set at? Because what if it's like winter time and all the crops are withered? I'd have to roll back a game save. But it was only at 1x. Only one day went by.
Okay.
1 month. So all these fields of corn and beans came due. And
I knew we had that one big field because harvest the out of cotton.
yeah, it went withered. It's October. Yeah, it's already dark. It's October. This map has custom lighting. Yeah, custom lighting, right?
It's always dark in Florida at 6 o'clock.
That's why all the retirees go to eat lunch and dinner at 4. Early bird special. They want to be home because, you know, when you get old, you can't see as good at night driving. So you want to make sure you're home and long before it gets dark.
I mean, it's almost a 12 and 12 cycle there.
But that's okay. We are about to head off for the night. It's 10 o'clock. I got to go to the office tomorrow. Can't hang out too terrible late for you guys.
To get used to when you're down in Florida in the summertime, and then
the way I see it,
here in the summertime.
Farm Sim Mobile is a casual game.
You're going, what?
You're gonna play 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there. It's not really a game, in my opinion, that you sit down and play for 3 or 4 hours at a time. Perfect for if you're just waiting for something. You're at the pharmacy waiting in line. You're waiting for them to fill a prescription. You're at the doctor waiting for them to finally show up for that appointment that you had set first thing in the morning. Waiting in the line to drop your kid off from school, pick them up from the bus. That's what I think mobile gaming is. That's my opinion of mobile gaming. It's something to occupy oneself for more of a short term than a long term. So, right? If it takes you 3 or 4 days to harvest a field because it's a bunch of little short sessions, then that's the way it is. Yeah, you play over your lunch break, play over your coffee break, smoke break, your whiskey break, whatever kind of break you can take. Make sure you take it a lot, frequent, and as often as possible. And until next time, guys, happy farming.